It's a pleasure to invite the retiring mayor to address you.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's quite difficult watching a video like that. This is going to turn into one of those Gwyneth Paltrow speeches, so I apologise in advance, but I will pull myself together, and if I'm weeping too much, then somebody kick me. But it's really difficult to watch that, because irrespective of being mayor, I would have done all the work with the foundation anyway. Right, composure. Marcella, you have been a friend for a long time, and this year you have been a true bedrock of support. You've given so much to Camden. One of the things that hasn't been mentioned tonight is the work that you've done with young musicians in the borough. We talk a lot about music in the chamber. We've contested issues of busking, but Marcella has been there giving advice to young musicians wanting to get on in the industry throughout the year, and I'm in no doubt has helped launch many careers. So thank you, Marcella. You have been fantastic. And also, you've helped an even more astonishing amount for the Amy Winehouse Foundation through the work at the Ball, which I'll mention later. And also, thank you to your bandmates, Emma and Kate from the Papini Sisters as well. It really has been a very, very memorable year. Leading the Pride March, as mentioned, with my good friend Mark Bennett, the then Mayor of Lambeth, who passed away a few months ago. And I think many of us will remember him very fondly as a comrade. And Fairweather, who I believe is here, will undoubtedly miss him as much as I do. On a more joyous note, holding the first same-sex marriage in here is something in this chamber a few months ago was truly joyful, and being able to be there for many couples since. But the work that's had the greatest impact on me, and indeed the borough, and something I'll remember for the rest of my life, has been the work with the Amy Winehouse Foundation. Mitch, Janice, and everybody at the foundation, thank you for allowing me to honour your daughter and promoting the huge impact of Amy's legacy. We've done so much. I think I've not had a night in for the entire year. Just to think whether it started at the exhibition at the Jewish Museum, which you put together, right the way through to the September Amy's 30 Music Festival, which saw us go out pretty much every night. And I think I will go down in history as the only person who will ever get veteran newsreader Jon Snow to stand at the front of a crowded nightclub and sing Blur's Park Life. We've held regular club nights, and it's great to see my very good friend Matt here. Through the Friday I'm in Love club nights, we've raised so much money, and a large part of the 70,000 is thanks to them. So thank you, Matt, Jane, Neil, Rye and Mark for your love and friendship. Thank you also to so many of Camden's businesses for their huge generosity in sponsoring events and exceeding expectations. I could list them all, and we'd probably be here till the next mayor making, because they literally have given so much. But I want to, in particular, thank the Record Club, Gilgamesh, Tower 47, Camden Look Market, and JW3. And also BT, and one of the images up there was the BT Tower early in the evening on what was Amy's birthday, would have been Amy's 30th birthday, wishing her a happy birthday. Thank you also to the 30 people that took part in the sponsored parachute jump, including Janice, who braved great heights and jumped from the plane and raised a huge amount during the festival. And in particular, thank you to Hannah Hutter from Committee Services, who joined us on the jump. But the biggest thank has to be to Camden residents. Their hugely generous support for the year has made the difference for the Amy Winehouse Foundation. But it's not just them. People have travelled to the events we've done from across the UK and indeed the world. And it really does make you think of the impacts of Amy when we were stood at the events in September and people had travelled from Argentina and Brazil to be there. But one of my biggest thanks has to be to Rowan. Thank you for making everything happen. When I approached you with the most random ideas, we pretty much always made it happen with the support of the amazing Mayor staff, Caroline and Margaret. At times we were too tired and too emotional to speak, and we sat in venues weeping silently in a corner because we were just so exhausted. But we really have achieved everything, and you are going to be a friend for life. Just to go through some of the achievements then. The 3,000 young people that received drug and alcohol education in Camden this year, undoubtedly, I think many of them will change their lives, and I know that some of them it already has, because Camden and social services were able to intervene when young people were in trouble, either with their family or personally. Through this work and the work that's taken place in Hertfordshire, this scheme is being extended nationally. Our support in Camden will mean that 250,000 young people get the support which isn't provided to them through the national curriculum. The work will save lives. And I want to pay a special thanks to Tom Copley, Assembly Member, for hosting an event at City Hall to promote the work to other London boroughs, and that many other London boroughs are going to be following the suit of Camden. And a special thanks to John Bercow, the Speaker of the House of Commons, and his wife Sally for hosting an event where we were able to talk about it on a national basis as well. £70,000 locally will make a huge difference. It's already making a difference in that we're able to save the services at the Weekend Arts College up in Belsize Park. They can continue doing their music services for the next year as a result of the Foundation's intervention. New Horizons, just a short distance from here, a charity which works with homeless young people, is able to provide, with a grant from the Foundation, hot meals at lunchtime 365 days a year for 60 young people, helping them transform their lives and hopefully to get back into accommodation. That's the impact of the work we've done. But it goes much further. Marcella, you sang along with the Papini sisters, and Boy George sang at the Amy Winehouse Foundation Gala, and that raised an astonishing £250,000. So combined with the support for the charity in terms of the lottery grant, which we had some impact in, the work you've done, we really have done a huge amount. But last, I need to pay tribute to someone who isn't here, and that's Amy. If Amy was watching us now, she'd probably have a slight sneer in her face and say, "What on earth are you doing?" in that way which Mitch and Janice and Richard will remember. But she will, I think, be undoubtedly hugely, hugely proud of the borough that she loved. So the Queen of Camden's legacy, as I like to call her, is going to live on for many, many years. And it's been a privilege supporting it and making sure that it happens. And I'm honoured to be able to continue the work as a trustee of the Amy Winehouse Foundation. Thank you for humouring me. God bless everybody.